What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Joseph Nakhla, CEO of Tribe Property Technologies. It's a pleasure to have you back on. Joseph, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Aaron. Good to be with you.
Yes, exactly. So we recently had you on, but we're back here for some more updates. So what have you been up to since we last spoke? What's going on?
Well, we obviously announced the acquisition of another property management company out of the Vancouver market, PCI Warrington, which is a great brand and a great Strata management company. We acquired the contracts that they have. The reason this deal means a lot to us, and we were quite excited and moved pretty quickly on it, is simply because it gives us a relationship directly with PCI, which is one of Western Canada's largest real estate developers in building residential communities. And they had operated a property management division internally, and due to the obviously investments we've made in our property management division, as you know, and the size and the footprint that we currently have in Canada, they felt that it probably it made more sense to hand over those assets to us, plus also work with us to support them through all the new developments that they're doing across the country.
Yeah, it's amazing to see you guys expanding, and this environment is definitely ripe for M&A. So it's nice to see you taking advantage of that. Is there anything else you want to add in terms of that acquisition? How's it going to change your business?
Yeah, I mean, what it really does for us is it gives us access to some of Western Canada's largest master plan community developments that are occurring in the next 5 years. So not only do we have the current business that was operating under that umbrella that's going to go under the Tribe umbrella now, but also gives us the ability to step in and actually increase our monthly recurring revenue from all the new projects that are coming over the next few years here that are being built by PCI. So it isn't just, the numbers aren't just what's in the press release in terms of revenue, it also includes future revenue as well.
Great. So many analysts are forecasting a very difficult 2023. As we know, we were just chatting about that before this interview. So how's Tribe's business positioned to capitalize on this potential downturn?
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise that inflation has had its toll. Interest rates and the Fed's attempt to manage inflation by increasing or moving up interest rates have had a massive effect on real estate. I will tell everybody that's listening and paying attention that really it's no surprise that real estate transactions have gone down. Real estate value has not gone down, but as much as the transactions. Mm-hmm. And that's simply a function of people that have the homes don't necessarily want to sell at those much lower prices. You're probably going to see pricing shrink quicker in the US than you'll see here. That being said, there's no doubt that some of the people that historically have purchased condos or homes and were really rubbing against the top end of their borrowing ability, when they were borrowing when interest rates were at the 1% and 2%, and now we're dealing with the 6% and 7%. Those guys are obviously going to be struggling. Add the fact that there's been massive layoffs in some of the industries, specifically the tech industry, and British Columbia is obviously home of many tech companies as well as Ontario. Some of that will also impact some of the ability for these people to sustain their mortgage payments. So but while I'm probably painting what looks like a dark picture from a business point of view, from a Tribe's business point of view, nothing really has changed. We've just had our best in January, our best lead generating month, because what really happens when things get tighter, people tighten their belts, all of a sudden buildings have to be better managed. And homeowners and condo corporations are actually paying more attention to their assets because it's no longer increasing in value $100,000 or $200,000 a year like it has done for the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, interest rates are forcing these transactions and costs to plateau. So all of a sudden, I'm no longer thinking I'm going to just sell my 1-bedroom and move to a 2-bedroom. I really got to make sure that my 1-bedroom and the building that I live in is well managed. And I like to think we're the cream of the crop when it comes to your choice. So we're seeing a significant increase in inbounds, essentially, of buildings and condo corporations saying to us, hey, can we take advantage and lower our overhead expenditure by using your technology? Can we take advantage of your service delivery model that allows us to get more visibility and allows us to manage our monthly expenses better? So On the macro level, it looks like a scary time. On the micro level, from a company like us, especially in our space, buildings still have to be managed. We control our receivables because we manage all the bank accounts, so we're always getting paid. We continue to grow organically, and we still have a lot of activities in the M&A side. So I welcome all potential shareholders that are looking for a place and a company that isn't as affected by the world as we live it. We're recession-proof, pandemic-proof, and interest rate hike-proof is what's obvious in our industry here.
So the main focus nowadays seems to be on inflation and higher interest rates. Have these two factors, affected your business at all? And how are you planning to tackle these challenges?
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that it actually has opened up the door for more opportunities and more communities that want to come to us to be managed by us, we're obviously not living in a bubble. I mean, inflation does affect our staff and our ability to attract talent and our salaries. So we've experienced some of that. It was reflected in the last couple of quarters. I don't love inflation. I do think it's slowly coming under control here, but it hasn't really materially impacted our operation as an organization. It certainly hasn't impacted our decision making. We're still about growth, and we still continue to increase our footprint across the country.
Great. So we know Tribe's a highly innovative company, always focused on growth. Where do you see the largest opportunity for growth in your business right now going into this year?
Yeah, while we continue, I mean, for those that aren't as familiar with our story, we wake up every morning obsessed about two things. Number one is expanding our footprint, and number two, delivering amazing service through our digital platform for our homeowners to not only make their life better, but also increase our revenue per home, essentially. So you will have seen in Q4 last year, we announced the deployment of our Tribe Market, which is essentially a two-way marketplace that allows all of our homeowners across the country. We've got more than 100,000 of people that live in our communities to interface directly with service providers, to take advantage of our group buying power, to receive, to have a truck that comes out and collects all the laundry and all the dry cleaning for the building once and drop it off once. So you really save a significant amount of dollars and time and effort. So you'll see massive growth in that side of the business in 2013. You also see, I've talked a lot about it before, you'll see us continue to partner with smart technology that can lower the carbon footprint as well as the capital expenditure of each one of those buildings. A lot of the buildings, not only in our world, meaning managed by Tribe, but managed by others, are spending too much money and need more technology to get more visibility and lower the money that they're spending monthly and frankly daily.
Yeah, we've always talked about the inefficiencies when it comes to Strata, me and you especially. So when it comes to your grand vision for the Strata management market, how do you plan to shape that with Tribe? Because I'm sure at some point, you thought, let's look at the Strata market. How can we change it? What's the future?
Well, we'll continue to digitize. We think there's so much valuable, critical activities that are occurring in these communities that are not being followed, they're not being tracked. So the digitization goes a long way, both on the way the transactions and the money flows, as well as activities in the community as well. And then we think artificial intelligence will continue to play a massive role in predicting some of the issues that occur in these communities. I'll share with you something very basic, but isn't discussed often. In Canada, and this number varies depending on who you talk to, but we're certainly under prepared. I'm talking condo corporations all over Canada, and that's a massive number of affects a massive number of homes. It's more than 2 million homes now. 2 million homes in Canada, and their corporations, condo corporation, or the stratas as we call them in Western Canada, do not have enough money put aside for a rainy day. I'm talking about the CRF or the contingency reserve fund as it's known. Some will say it's if you take the whole pool of CRF needed for rainy days, we're running at about maybe 30% of that. That's a concern for me because these homes are no longer 30,000 $30,000 condos, $40,000 condos. They're $800,000 condos, $900,000 condos. So if this tremendous big number of homes is operating in buildings and in communities that don't have enough money for a rainy day, where's that going to leave us as they need it? So I think innovation, financial instrumentation, and innovation around the ability to lend these communities when they need it, not at venture or very high rates, or we don't lean on the homeowner and say, hey, you go come up with 50 grand or 100 grand and we need it in the next 30 days, and just have instruments for that. I think that's a massive opportunity. I also think artificial intelligence will play a big role in helping underwriters insure these buildings. This is becoming a bigger and bigger problem that, with leaky problems in the buildings and events like that. And I think companies like us with tremendous amount of data and history on these buildings will be able to help our customers get better or lower premiums.
Couldn't agree more, Joe. So finally, where should investors go for more information on the company?
They can come to our website, tribetech.com, where we have a full microsite there for investors with all the presentations and videos and information about our company.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for those updates, and we will definitely be having you back on probably within a month's time. So best of luck with everything, and we'll chat soon.
Thank you so much.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below, along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.